mind, looking for a dime. James Locke in the house, gonna help you shine.
All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to the Poole Locke YouTube channel. I'm James Locke, and today we're going to answer some of those Ask James questions of the day. So we have this question from Tim. Tim says, I am a viewer of your show, and I transitioned to the income first method a couple months ago, but I do have to admit, I'm a little disappointed because I feel like I'm missing out on the gains. Well, all right, Tim, FOMO, fear of missing out. It happens in the financial markets more than anything. And that's why, we had that Robinhood debacle maybe just a few years ago with all those meme stocks that everything took off and the prices started to come up like crazy with GameStop and others. So Tim, hopefully you remember that. Now, it might be a different flavor of FOMO with some of these AI stocks making headlines now, right? But what I would say to you is this. Look, you're at an age where you probably don't have FOMO anymore on a Friday night, right? You're probably as happy as I am sitting on the sofa, chilling out, whether it's with a nice glass of scotch, a glass of wine, or a cup of tea, right? You're content with that. So I encourage you to try to adopt that mindset in your financial life too. If you made that transition to income-focused investing because you always hear me talking about it, you probably did so because you realize you have enough money to retire in the lifestyle you want. When you transition to an income strategy, you don't need to chase a lot more gains. What you really have to think about is risk versus reward. Ask yourself, if you took the risk and paused and pursued growth, maybe I'd get more reward, but if I increased my money by another 20%, would I really change my lifestyle in retirement? Probably not. On the flip side, what if your portfolio lost 50%? How would that affect you? I'm sure on the scale of magnitude, the negative side would affect you a lot worse than the positive side would help you. Remember, investing for income is about creating a steady, reliable cash flow to support your retirement needs. It's not about hitting home runs. It's about consistent singles and doubles. This approach can provide more stability and peace of mind, which is crucial as you near or enter retirement. So Tim, hopefully you can find a way to get over this fear of FOMO, focus on the income your investments are generating and how that supports your retirement goals. That's the real measure of success in this stage of your financial journey. Hey, thank you so much for sending in your question and for watching the show. That's an awesome question. And if you'd like to have your question answered, you can do so by emailing it in to poolelock@poolelock.com. All right, let's get on to our kind of second question here today. This is from Allison. This is a very simple question. And she says, should I ladder bonds? All right, Allison, you're obviously smarter than the average bear because you understand bond laddering, which is great. For those of you who have advisors you trust or maybe use mutual funds and don't want to get into the nitty-gritty, but let me briefly explain what bond laddering is. Bond laddering is simply where you buy bonds with varying maturities. You might buy a 5-year bond, a 6, a 7, an 8, a 9, a 10, 11, 12-year bond, and so on. The idea is that if interest rates go down, then you have some longer-term bonds that'll go up in value a lot quicker. And when the shorter-term bonds mature, you're only reinvesting a little bit of your money at a lower interest rate. Conversely, when rates go up, your longer-term bonds drop in value faster, but you have your short-term bonds coming due, so you can reinvest that money at today's higher interest rates. So the idea is it's a way to kind of hedge your bet with interest rates in the bond market. It's a strategy that can provide a steady stream of income while managing interest rate risk, which is crucial for those investing for retirement income. Now, to answer your question, Allison, as of today, I don't know that laddering isn't important or as important as it was when rates were going up, because right now I can't imagine rates going up much more, if at all. So I think we might have peaked. Now, when rates have peaked, you generally want to go out as long as you can. You want to lock in the long-term rates Because then when rates come down, not only did you get a better rate because you locked in the longer term, but you also, the price of the value of your bond has gone up. So this can be particularly beneficial for retirees looking for stable, higher income. Now the good news is you don't have to rush to transition that, because when rates start to drop, you'll typically see the short-term end drop first and then the long-term end drop later. So that means that most likely you'll get a nice little bump on the short term, and maybe you won't see it on the long term right away. This gives you a chance to sell some of these short-term bonds even at a gain. So don't wait for them to mature. Instead, consider rolling them out a little bit longer. But once rates drop more than a little bit, you probably want to be more long-term focused to take advantage of that. So remember, for retirement income, consistency and reliability are key. While a bond ladder can provide this in the current environment, you might want to lean towards longer-term bonds for particularly higher yields and capital appreciation if rates fall. Also, keep in mind, this strategy requires active management and a good understanding of bond markets. If you're not comfortable with this, consider doing something different. Consider different laddering strategies using a professional. They can provide similar benefits in a professional environment. Lastly, always consider your overall financial situation, risk tolerance, and income needs when making these decisions. It might be worth consulting with a financial advisor to tailor this strategy to your specific income goals. Hey, 2 great questions today. Thanks so much. If you would like to send in your questions, you can do so by emailing them to poolelock@poolelock.com. And if you like what you heard, go ahead, like and subscribe to our channel. I am James Locke, your retirement income source. See you next time.
Money on my mind, looking for a dime. James Locke in the house, gonna help you shine. Retirement is near, don't you live in fear. Listen up, my friend, let me make it clear. Savings in